let's see what we got up next. This is from Super Bass Guest Bros. S0K-K-1G. Shell jumps in a row with unlimited tries. It's not exactly what I said. Like, I think like max 1. If I have to do max 1 shell jump, I might not abandon the level if it gives you unlimited retries. Successful platform. My first Kaizo style level. Enjoy. P.S. You don't want the mushroom. Okay. I don't want the mushroom. Let me take a peek at the additional info for this one. Get a feel of how long it is. Alright, so you've got that jump. It's not that bad for a Kaizo level. It's only got 1 clear, though. 1 clear in 16 seconds. That's not bad. Multiplayer versus matches played, 0. I'm gonna give it some tries. The level looks cool. It's only 16 minutes. If you're doing like Kaizo levels, I like to be short. Give you the satisfaction of having accomplished a 13 clears. Yeah, I misspoke. I think I saw the 1%. It's 1%, but it's got a lot of clears. I like Kaizo levels that know to cut it short. And not be like super long. What? You don't want the mushroom, but it's not like you bork your attempt with the mushroom. Interesting. The hint says you don't want the mushroom. But it's easy enough to get rid of the mushroom. Need to wait a little bit longer there. Did it again. I think I could help myself by going all the way to the right on that bottom platform. Like this. Oh, well I avoided it that time. So what's people who have created levels, what's been your favorite style to work in? Theme or whatever they call it. And is it different? Here's a good question. Is your favorite style to create levels in different from your favorite style you like to play levels of? Like, do you like making levels for example, 3D Land, but your favorite ones to play are actually SMW? Like, is there overlap with that, or aesthetics of SMB3, but W has more mechanics to work with? Like obviously I don't have any preference for which levels I like to make yet. The Uzume level I'm currently working on is an SMB3 because I kind of want like the Tanuki suit and the P speed for a fly. And I definitely, as a personal preference, like the 2D style themes more so than the 3D style, and that's just personal preference. And just because of like looks too, like I think the 3D world has like cool platforming elements. It's completely based on looks. But I think my favorite one to play is Super Mario World, this style. I think that's probably influenced as my first game. First game I ever owned was Super Mario World. Much rather make and play SMB3, SMB1, and SMB World. Yeah, same. Like I know Land has a bunch of like cool stuff, which is nice. I don't like playing Land. I like playing New Super Mario Brothers more than Land by a lot. I don't know. It's the I like the air stall in Land. I think that's why I like it more. And I think you do get an air style in SMB3, right? I mean, in Land, but it's like a weird like helicopter thing that I haven't played it enough yet for that not to feel awkward. But haven't played that many levels of it either, so that's a factor. Can heck off. I mean, obviously we're getting the DLC for something, right? I mean, if you look on the maker screen, it's got additional like additional styles or whatever. I forget what it's called, but it's a subsection with just one theme. Like there has to be more themes coming, right? I'm not crazy. Like it seems pretty obvious. And I was thinking, well, what can those themes be? Never. It's gotta be SMB2, right? What other theme of Mario is out there? Like, there's the Game Boy Marios, but like 2D Mario games. What are we missing besides 2? Right? Super Mario Land theme would be pretty rad. That's the Game Boy ones, right? Tapioca. Game Boy Marios or the lands. Shoot, I'm getting better there. Okay. 2D Paper Mario. You know what? You're on to something, SSJ, because I didn't even think of that, but I could definitely see it. I could see that. Like, what was the last Paper Mario game we got? Was it the one with Mario and Luigi on the 3DS? Was that really the last one we got? Because if so, you might actually be onto something, SSJ. Because think of this: new Paper Mario game drops for the Switch, comes with the Mario Maker 2 theme. If you buy the game, you get the theme as like an additional selling point. Could definitely see it as like a tie-in. Oh, it'd be so good. Nintendo, we might be onto you, Nintendo. Oh, that's tricky. It's tricky at that part. Lost Levels is SMB2 as far as Nintendo is concerned. It is they call it Super Mario Brothers 2 US. Everyone else got re-released in the NES. The title is called in Japan. Wait, what? Lost Levels is SMB2 in Japan. So what is SMB2 to them? Is that All Stars? You're confusing me. I don't know the deep localization lore. Nope, I'm dumb. I'm a Pepe guy. The most shallow lore in all video games. Is that literally it? It's just a name swap? All Stars in Japan means... Well, that does make sense, because it is sort of like you pick Toad, you pick Luigi, you pick from the All Stars as your character. if that's what you're saying. Stop what you're doing. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. I'm getting sent to the principal's office. I'm scared. Principal versus Deluge is about to send me to detention. Doki Doki Panic, which has no Mario in it. I did not know that. I'm very sad that I did not, but I did not know that. US because Lost Level sucks. That's right, it's too hard. I did know about Lost Levels being too hard, and it was only released in All-Stars. I did know that part of the lore. I didn't know the Japanese part of it. Yeah, so they reskinned Mario into Doki Doki, and we got, we need to make a Mario game for the US, but this one's too hard for them, so let's take this Doki Doki Panic game. Skinned a different game. Cool. I did not. This is news to me. I'm sad to admit. I knew about Lost Levels not being was released in Japan and not in the U.S., but I didn't know the other side of that story. And how SMB2 became a thing. So what is SMB? So there is no SMB2 in Japan? Do I have to... I think I don't have to... I just have to run and jump. Okay. It's SMB2, the Lost Levels? SMB2 has no Mario enemies in it. It's responsible for adding things like Shy Guys to Mario. Without the game, there wouldn't be. I'm so confused now. I thought I understood, but now I just don't. Now I'm just more confused than when I started with. So there's this game, Doki Doki Panic, in Japan. That's our Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 2. But with, like, Japanese sprites, and not Mario. Even so, they re-released in Japan that same exact game called Lost Levels. With just a reskin of Mario, and they said, oh, this is that game that was... this game is totally not a reskin of Doki Doki Panic. This is Mario the Lost Levels. Is that how it went down? Is that what I'm meant to believe? You've got it backwards? Check that later. Okay, I'll just look it up on the wiki. I know, but... oh, okay. So here's a question. Is there... the game that you and I can play called, in the US, in Super Mario All-Stars, called Super Mario Brothers 2. Does that game, exactly as it is, with the sprites, does that game exist in Japan? I know Doki Doki Panic, I know that's a thing, but Doki Doki Panic with Mario sprites, does that exist in Japan? And if so, does it have a name? Not until re-release is much later. Okay. So, in other words, after enough time has passed for people to forget what the hell was Doki Doki Panic, and it feels like a new game. They call it SMB2 US. Okay. That makes sense. SMB1 releases everywhere. Japan makes this for Japan does. Okay. I think I kind of get it now. I think I learned. I think I can pass the test. If not, I'll just have Morgana help me. Forgot to jump there. What we know is Super Mario Brothers 2 called Super Mario USA. Oh. Fave Mario games, though, super not great at platforming. I mean, what was good about it, at least what I remember about it, is you get, like, you can be like Peach and get, like, super forgiving platforming with, like, her hover skill, which is good. There was, like, a good HP system, right? You took, like, a lot of hits. It wasn't just, like... And you started with HP, right? Every character starts, like, at max HP. It's not like previous Marios where you need to power up. And also, like, progressive power up. Like, you need a mushroom before you can get a fire flower. Now, here's a question. Does the Super Mario Brothers anime exist in Japan? Am I just supposed to step on the P switch there? And not this. I'm talking about the one where the two fat guys, real life actors, open up the show every time. Yeah, the Super Show. Because I know there is actual, like, Mario anime, but that one, the one with the two fat guys at the start, or the fat guy and the skinny Luigi guy. There was an early release. Not even they re-released that one on the NES. That plus stuff like Shy Guys and Pokies considered Mario World, so it could be a Mario Maker theme. Hover is OP. All right, who's got for that section with that section with the P switch? Anybody have some ideas of what I should do there? I think I have to grab the P switch. Do I, like, throw it? Do I just take it? I mean, there's a POW block. A POW block underneath a question block. Maybe I just activate the P switch and then once I hit, I don't know. Not sure what to do there. Can't help anymore. I understand. I'm the same way. My brain is pretty smush this late right now. We're dangerously close to a brain that all it can do is pinball. A pinball only brain. Pinball I can do without a strong brain. A tough boss. Which one is the tough boss level? It's 5 p.m. here and you can't help either. Do you like platformers at all, Captain? What kind of platformers have you played? I know you're more of like an RPG guy like myself. But I don't mind a more casual platform. I'm definitely like I'd never play like a Boshi or something like that. But you know, this level, like Mario Maker, class, especially like the more traditionally designed levels, are pretty fun to me. It's next, don't worry. Okay. It looks like Super Mario Bros. Super Show might have been released in Japan. Mario Wiki references a Korean release. What, like, I've always been, like, a night person all my life, and on weekends as a kid, I was sleeping in. I wasn't up watching the early morning cartoons, but my mom would actually tape them for me. And it's funny because she would tape the Super Mario Bros. For me, but I'd be like, Mom, you don't have to tape the beginning, like with the two like real people. I'm just interested in the cartoon part, so don't worry about starting it late. And the funny, I don't actually have any recordings of the show I don't have many recordings with the show right at the beginning with the two real life actors. But when I've actually gone back and like watched on YouTube, the opener with the two like real people is so funny. That's something I only appreciate as an adult. Hey, Pixel Fun Center. Hey, how's it going as well, Midna? Midna, it's !submit. You know what? Maybe I should just add like a synonym, because people do that so often. I might add a synonym command for MM submit into the bot. The idea was all the Mario Maker commands would start with MM, but I know like pretty much like my queue's a little bit different, and I know a lot of people who have queues just use exclamation mark add, so I should probably just adopt that as a synonym. But welcome, guys. If you got levels, feel free to submit them. So I don't really have a set schedule for when I play Mario Maker, but if you look at the Q website, if I'm going to promote the Q website for a bit, if you follow that link there, I keep track of all the levels I play in the queue, and after I complete a level, I add the VOD of my completing it. So if you add a level to the queue, like I can't really make a guarantee for when I'm actually going to get around to it, since I don't have a set schedule for Mario Maker. But you can check in on the queue website later on, and if you don't happen to be around when I actually do play your level, you'll still be able to see a VOD of it. Yeah, sounds good, Pixel Fun. Doki Doki Panic Lore. Yeah, you can feel free to add it if you want. I'm just saying I don't know when I'll get to it because it's hard to judge from the queue how long each level is going to take. Some people add like easy levels, some people add hard levels. If a level's hard, just like Super Kaizo, I don't generally spend too much time on it. But if it's fun and it's like difficult but fun, just have normal ones, yeah, that's fine. I like normal ones. I don't like the Kaizo stuff, but this Kaizo looks not too bad, so I'm actually gonna give it I've been giving it a few attempts. Very much I like the traditional style. Alright, let's just put our thinking pants on here. So I know I have to hit the PAL. I think I have to P-switch and that. It probably doesn't. Actually, I don't know anymore. I think I probably like screwed it up, right? Question mark. Ah. So I have to P-switch first. Okay. Yeah, well, I figured the same thing you figured, Tapioca. They're tricky. At least we know what to do now. Well, Mike Van said, alright, Doki Doki Panic goes into deeper lore. Actually, did Stars Nintendo working on ideas for the next Mario game? They got shelved, Nintendo made. In the meantime, they got picked back up Doki Doki Panic because some company Nintendo had to deal with wanted a game. Ah, okay, I see. That's good lore. I like that. Deep lore. When are we gonna get Alpha Star, AlphaGo start clearing Mario Maker levels? When are we gonna get an AI to do Kaizo? What do you guys think about that? All right, so I see. So it's a little bit when it's actually a harder little like jump to make there when you think in the back of your head, oh, I'm on a clock now. If anybody is familiar with complexity, is that what they still call it? I think it's still called complexity. Computational complexity. There is a research paper out there. You can find it online, a scientific scholarly paper that proves that Super Mario World is an MP hard problem, or MP hard complete. I don't know, one of the two. Some guy out there wrote a proof on the computational complexity of Super Mario Brothers. Did I say World? I think it was Brothers. It was the NES game. I don't know if the proof is expandable to Super Mario World. Quite possibly. you don't know what computational complexity is. It basically means... the paper basically means coding an AI that does Super Mario Brothers, clears it, learns how to clear Super Mario Brothers, is actually a difficult problem to solve under current theory of how complexity works on computers. Hasn't been proven, though. Hasn't been proven that MP hard problems are actually hard. Yep, it's out there. Mike Man has heard about it. Go just do some Google foo. I'm sure it's popular enough where Google has it won't be too hard to find in Google. So yeah, so I guess Alpha Star is out of luck. Although I think, I don't know, isn't some part of like machine learning? I thought there's like some like machine learning studies that go about solving MP hard problems with machine learning. Or try to go about it. At least simplify. Not solve, but make some cases, make them possibly solvable, or like be able to develop a heuristic solution to them under some circumstances. I don't know, but yep. I mean, it's probably like some PhD thesis. If you love Mario a lot, I mean, why not? It's a decent topic, I suppose. Shoot! I blew it! I blew it! I blew it. I didn't know how to react there. I was like, wait, what's up there? I was like, alright, let me pull back a little bit to make this jump. And that was a misplay. Slim lull indeed. that was, if I'm sure like if you weren't inside my brain right there, that looked really stupid. But the thought process behind it was, let me back up a bit, because I see I have to make a tight jump there. Okay, and there we do a thing. I'm not abandoning the level yet. I just want to see how close to the end I am there, because I have to be close, right? So let's peek it. Let's peek the screenshot, because we'll be able to see the big spiny. Yeah, it's the big spiny. It's a platform after the big spiny, and then what? It's coins. No way. Oh, it's really coins. It looks like coins, so you're still on the P timer, I think. Yikes. Is that it? I think let me see. Let me just make sure. Make sure if that was the one, because I remember like the font. Copy URL. Oh yeah, they actually have it not in PDF form. On the reception and detection of... Oh wait, that's not it. Rip. I got baited. That's not it. It is a superior research paper, though. I will give you that. You baited. We're close, though. We're so close to this level. This was a good Kaizo level IMO. I don't know if this... Like, what is Kaizo? What is and isn't Kaizo? Is Kaizo just synonymous with difficult? Like, for me... And this is just my opinion, but for me, Kaizo is a level that's designed with a bunch of Kaizo blocks, which is where it gets its name, and just forces you to do super precise platforming. And typically also contains a lot of troll, but I suppose not necessarily. Only means ROM hacking. I was actually unaware of that. In spite of being a proud weeb, I was unaware that that's what it meant. Reorganized the Kaizo Mario World. Prominence means the term has other ROM hacks extreme level of difficulty. Okay, so that's actually a good way of thinking of it. Is this level like... And I mean, a lot of Kaizo levels do use Super Mario World as the theme, as a reference. So yeah, is it in the same style as the Japanese ROM hacks of Super Mario World? That's a good definition of it. Or a good litmus test for is this or is this not Kaizo? I guess it's a judgment call though, so it can't be a litmus test. Also, I did start watching last night the VOD from SGQ of the Super Mario World relay race, as it was blind relay race, as it was called in the schedule. I wish it was called, because I saw that in the schedule and I thought that's so weird. Because it had Grand Pooh Bear in it, and I was like, has Grand Pooh Bear never played vanilla Super Mario World? They should have called it, you know, Kaizo Blind Race or ROM Hack, but they didn't. So people are like, oh, you have to watch this, it's really good. So I had it on like my list of GDQ VODs to watch, and then I finally started watching it last night. I was like, oh wow, this is actually really cool. Why was it actually billed as being like a super hype, difficult version ROM hack of Super Mario World instead of just being a blind relay race of Super Mario World? GDQ, please. In there, boys! Hey, Nabs, thanks for the host. You're just in time for us to clear out this Kaizo level. Honestly, guys, I liked this one a lot. This one's getting a 9 from me. I like that one a lot. Good time to come in, yeah. Thanks for the host, Nabs, and I hope you're having a good night. Shoutouts to Super Baskets. That's his name, for submitting one. That was for someone like me who doesn't like super, like, sadistic Kaizo platforming. Perfect length, perfect challenge, still gave me the feel of doing a Kaizo level. It wasn't as strict as you typically get from Kaizo. Actually, let me start writing this down because I do write comments with it. This was a perfect Kaizo level for me. Perfect length, perfect difficulty, requiring precise platforming, but not super strict. Great sense of satisfaction on completion. Yeah, I like that a lot. If people like to make Kaizo levels, I feel if you make a Kaizo level like this, you're more likely to get people to actually stick it out and complete it. Unless, besides the people who are just like, I